Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I appreciated all of the testimony. Do all of the witnesses think that the distillation is the biggest security threat to the United States right now in terms of China getting AI models? Mr. Chan?
It is certainly a major issue. It would be hard to rank it relative to a whole bunch of other issues.
What would you say are the top two?
I do think that access to compute is right up there. Yeah, I would defer to my fellow witnesses to lay out some of the other examples.
Mr. Mahmood?
Thank you for the question, Representative. I think that beyond distillation, so I would agree that it is difficult to evaluate, but I also think other layers of the software stack are extremely important here. For example, model weights, which I talked about in my testimony. We are not in a position to safeguard our model weights if the CCP decides that it wants to steal them. All of the labs acknowledge and admit this, and I think that as AI gets better, today's AI, again, is the worst it will ever be. As AI becomes more capable, we can expect the CCP and other adversaries to place more and more efforts into stealing secrets as safeguarded as model weights.
And they would steal that from OpenAI, Google, from the people developing the models?
Precisely, exactly. So all of the companies are not really in a position to reliably ensure that the CCP cannot steal their model weights.
Mr. Aprovich?
Mr. Ranking Member, I've talked extensively to leading AI researchers at our frontier labs. They all uniformly agree that there are two reasons why the Chinese companies have gotten as good as they have in their model development. One is distillation of U.S. intellectual property by querying our models and getting our outputs. Two is access to U.S. compute, particularly leading chips, that they've been able to use in this post-training of distillation. Cut off one, ideally both of those, and they would be years behind.
Sorry to interrupt. I wanted to get your answer, but just for clarification, been able to use because they've illegally copied them, or been able to use because our export controls haven't been strict enough?
I think both. They've been able to both procure them legally, use them in the cloud elsewhere, and then because of the export control violations that we've already seen, the DOJ has just issued indictment against.
But you're saying it's because, not that the policy hasn't been strict enough, that people have been violating the policy, or have we had too permissive a policy?
I think actually both. Even if you look at when we implemented controls on chips like A100s going to China, they've been able to procure a lot of them before those chips got banned and have been able to train models on them.
And would all of you recommend that this AI Institute at Commerce be beefed up in terms of the safety regulations and security regulations? Mr. Mahmood?
One of the highlights of the highlighted recommendations in my testimony has been to significantly fund the Center for AI Standards and Innovation. So we believe that it should be funded at around $50 to $100 million a year because it has such an important mandate.
You agree with that?
I do.
I absolutely agree with that. It's important for AI safety, AI standards, for helping the industry develop in a beneficial way.
So in this case, I've articulated the need for AI safety regulations to protect Americans, to protect consumers, to protect jobs. But would it be fair to say that we need smart regulations for our own national security, that having AI regulation and a strong, robust agency is needed for national security? And I let the witnesses answer, and then my time is up.
I do think that it is very important to take national security very seriously. I was heartened to see that in the federal framework that the White House put out, there were suggestions that national security-related functions in the government be beefed up, that better AI talent go into those agencies, and that better plans be made to respond to certain contingencies. I will flag that I do think that there are trade-offs between having an institution like CASI, the Center for AI Standards and Innovation, do regulations versus just having it issue voluntary guidance. And the main trade-off is that I want to flag is that if it is a regulatory entity, it may make it significantly harder for private industry to work well with CASI. So my recommendation at the time would be for it to be not regulatory.
I think it's very important that we have smart regulation, that we can have both innovation and progress and make sure that that progress gets funneled back into our workers and our communities. So I think we need to make sure that we play an active role, and by we I mean Congress and the American people.